God's commandments. We wise to do evil, like I said. We'll figure out how to get into some mischief. We'll figure out how to get into crime, but ain't nobody trying to figure out how to get out of these situations. Ain't nobody trying to figure out how to get out of the hood. We love up in Baylor and Bay Block and all these Colgate. We Crips and Bloods on streets we don't own. We supposed to own the whole planet, and we banging for blocks that we don't own, selling drugs to our own people, killing our own community. Nobody, the white man don't have to kill us. We'll kill us faster than they can. Right. We get mad when they shoot us down in the streets, but Tyrone gonna shoot Nuck Nuck later on today, and then we'll wake up tomorrow morning and it'll be old news. We don't care about that. But let's see what God said was gonna happen to his chosen people. Read.
Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
He said it's going to come to pass, meaning in the future, in August 2021, if you don't listen to the voice of the Lord thy God, what's his voice?
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
What you're going to find out, all of our issues stem from not keeping God's commandments. Every issue that we're going through, every financial problem you have, every social problem we have is rooted in not keeping God's commandments. He said, if in the future, if the Israelites don't keep his commandments, read,
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
If the Israelites don't keep the commandments, he told them this thousands and thousands of years ago. He said, if the Israelites don't keep these commandments, they're going to be cursed. Bad things are going to come upon them, and they ain't going to be able to escape it. That's why you get a good job. You think you're going to get a good job and work your way out of oppression. You think us getting reparations is going to bring our people out of oppression. If we get reparations, we're going to buy more dope. We're going to buy more weed. We're going to get drunker. We're going to kill ourselves faster. Reparations will not help us right now. We got to fix our minds first. We got to get back to doing what God says. Then money makes a difference. If you give a crackhead $1 million, guess what he's going to be? He's going to have $1 million worth of crack. He's going to be the richest crackhead in America. Money don't fix issues. And that's what our people got to realize. You can have all the money in our world, but we're still sottish. You're still stupid. We're still foolish according to God. But God said we don't keep these commandments, that all these curses are going to come upon us. Remember, Moses told them this when they leaving Egypt. Thousands and thousands in captivity after captivity ago. But let's see what that meant for 2021, because he said, it shall come to pass. But let's see, 46.
Deuteronomy 28:46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
He said these curses are going to be upon you, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, for a sign. Something to let you know who the Israelites are in the last day. That's why we can come out here and boldly with the Bible tell you, you are God's chosen people. Because we looked at these signs, and these signs said, hey, that's me. Right. These signs fit my people. Dang, he said these gonna fit the Israelites. It fit my people. I gotta be an Israelite. Now with that, I gotta change, because he said if we don't keep his commandments, these curses gonna come upon us. Read from the top of 46 again.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed.
And upon thy seed, he said they're gonna be for your sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed. A man's seed is his children. He said these curses are going to be upon the Israelite seed
forever.
Nah, just for while Moses was alive.
Forever.
No, Jesus the Christ came and the curse is done away with.
Forever.
He said these curses were going to be upon the Israelites forever. So now when we get into these curses, you tell me who fits these curses. Give me, before we get started, give me Daniel 9:11. Because it's one thing, because we always get people come up like, oh, the Jews went in the Holocaust, they lost 6 million people, all that type of atrocities and all that. Let's see what God said about the Israelites pertaining to the curses. Read.
Daniel 9:11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice.
He said, all Israel has transgressed the law by departing, that they might not obey the voice, which is his laws. How you doing, sis? Come over here, we don't bite. Come look at these signs, sis. We just out here trying to show you, you are a princess of the Most High God, and it's time to start living like it.
Right.
It's time to start demanding respect from these men out here. It's time for you to take hold of your role in God's holy plan.
Right.
But keep reading that.
Therefore, the curse is poured upon us.
Read from the top again.
Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law.
What you gonna figure out? He only talking about Israel, which is you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He said, all Israel have transgressed my law. Because we're the only people who can sin. You can't break a rule that wasn't given to you. So he said, all Israel has sinned.
Even by departing that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us.
And there it is. That's why the curse, the same thing it said in Deuteronomy, is saying in Daniel. Read.
And the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God.
He said the oath, the promise that was written in the time of Moses. So he promised, if you break these commandments, I'm going to put these curses on you. That was an oath that he made. And we did our best to break it. And so that's why he has his foot on our neck right now. That's why we live at the bottom of society right now, because we double dared. We dared him. He said, I'm going to make an oath. If you don't keep these commandments, I'm going to put these curses on you. And we said, try me. And he did it. That's why we at the bottom. Read.
Because we have sinned against him, and he hath confirmed his words.
See, he ain't like, he held his word. We didn't hold on our word. We said we was going to keep all the commandments. We didn't hold on, but God made sure he kept his. Read.
Which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil.
The great evil is these curses we're going to go over here in a minute. Read.
For under the whole heaven,
under the whole sky, if you look up at the sky, you see the heavens? Under the whole heavens, does it mean on the whole planet Earth,
hath not been done, as hath been done upon Jerusalem.
Jerusalem is a people before a place. So under the whole earth, nobody has been done like the Israelites have been done. Right. Name somebody who gets treated worse than the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. I'll wait. I want my breath though, because nobody gets done worse than us. Nobody did in the past, and until this day, nobody gets done worse than us.
Right.
We even get killed for 400 years and got nothing for it. 1-2 Asians get killed, they pass Asian hate bill. We've been asking for something like that. We marched out through the 60s for something like that. It still ain't got it. They lose a couple lives, they pass an Asian hate bill. That show you how much they hate our people. Nobody gets done worse than the black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Read. Like I said, nobody wouldn't, and it all happened because of our hard-headedness, because our hard-heartedness. We didn't want to listen to the Most High God, so he held on to his end of the bargain. Read.
Daniel 9:12. And he hath confirmed his words, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven hath not been done, as hath been done upon Jerusalem.
Like I said, nobody has been done worse than the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who are the Israelites. Remember, we said these curses, well, I didn't say it. The Bible said these curses was going to be upon the Israelites and upon their seed forever. So now we're going to get into these curses. Let's see who these things are happening to. Who are these things happening to today in 2021? Give me 16.
Deuteronomy 28:16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city. Who lives in worse conditions in the city than the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? You don't go to the Chinese neighborhood to look for the hood. You don't go to white neighborhoods to look for white collar crime, whatever color crime it is. You don't go look for petty crime in those neighborhoods. You come where the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans at. When you're looking for dope, crack, weed, all that kind of stuff, you come where the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans at. Because we cursed in the city. That's how we make a living, by killing ourselves. By killing our brothers and sisters, that's how we make a living. That is cursed in the city. Read.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
And cursed shall we be in the field. During slavery, who was cursed in the fields? The blacks. We picked cotton for hundreds of years for free, and we can't get a free cotton t-shirt.
Right.
We don't control nothing to do with the price of cotton. We don't even control our work environment. We work for those same people who put us in slavery. They let us out of slavery. We do all the slave work for little money now. They give you a little bit of money now, and we think we living it up because we could buy a sack of weed. because we could get drunk. We got enough money to get drunk. We living it up. We ain't slaves no more. Crazy. And we're going to show you that in the Bible. It said, curse shalt thou be in the city, curse shalt thou be in the field. Even today, the so-called Hispanics, how did their parents get here? Picking fruits in the fields, nuts and berries for very low prices. Struggling to get a green card. If they can't find a green card, they get deported. That is a curse in your own land. You don't get deported out the land where your forefathers came. This used to be Mexico, but a Mexican without a green card gets deported further south into Mexico. It makes no sense, but that's what God said was, give me 43. That's what God said was going to happen. That's how you know our people fit these curses. Read.
Deuteronomy 28 and 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
So this is for the so-called natives and Hispanics whose land this was back then. He said, the stranger within thee, which was the white man at the time, will get above thee very high. They're at the top of society, and you're at the bottom in your own land. Read.
And thou shalt come down very low.
And you're going to come down very low to the hood, to the barrio, to Arnett Benson, to Parkway. You're going to live at the bottom of society. You're going to be struggling to make it meal to meal in your own land. Read.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
And when you go get a bank loan for that house, they lend to you. You don't lend no money to the other nations. You don't lend. This was your land. They came over here, took over, and now you borrow money for them for your resources. Give me that limitations. This is what our people don't realize. God said this was going to happen to the Israelites. This happened only to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's what our people don't realize. And when you go to church, pastor, you will never hear this come from your Christian pastor. Your Christian pastor will never teach you that you are God's chosen people, you are God's favorite people, but you got to start living like God wants you to live to get out of your conditions.
Right.
That's what we come out here to teach our people. Repent before the thermonuclear bombs drop. We don't got there. Everybody say we're living in the last days, but you don't understand. We are living in the last days. You better fix yourself or you're going to be here when the bombs go off. You got that?
4 and 17.
2.
2 and 16.
Yeah, 2 and start at 5. 1.
Lamentations chapter 2 verse 1. How hath the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger, and cast down from heaven unto the earth the beauty of Israel.
So what you going? We weren't up there floating like they got heaven in the sky floating. We were the ruling class of the world. The earth was made for our sakes. But now God has covered us up with his cloud of anger. And that's why we live at the bottom of society. That's why we at the bottom, because we didn't do what God said to do. So in his anger, he said, you will no longer be at the top where I put you above all nations. Now you're going to live in the hood. Now you're going to live in the ghetto. Now you're going to have to sell drugs and kill your own people to survive. That's what God did to his chosen people because they didn't want to listen to what he said to do. Right. And that's what we had to teach our people. Stop doing this. Let's get back to doing what God said so we can get back to the top.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.